Day 32. 70 steps. Woohoo! Well, we know how to reach room number 80. Room number 46. And it is now merely a case of doing the things that need to be done to get back there. Which hopefully should not be too bad. But in the meantime, we have some things that need to be read that I skipped over last time. Such as back over here. Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes and no logbook and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months by post I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Among my commission duties, I've been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavour to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rings within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discovered, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. Terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundkeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on the east and west wings of the house, and while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from this survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximise the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks, due to some difficulty reaching the upper ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the ring position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. I will promptly take a screenshot of this. Fantastic. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard smudge pots. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity due to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I've submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda currently in the cloister with a much more appropriate angel, Rihanna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I don't think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humour me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars a third time. I also would like to know how to access the inner garth. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rihanna's depiction in the chapel. So Rihanna would have been Um... Don't know. It kind of looks here like she has a sword. That doesn't really seem right either. Rinna. Hat. Apron. And hopefully I remember what that note means when I come back to it later. So, save this screenshot. File, save as. Soil yields. Not fully sure what good that is yet. But it must be good for something. Otherwise they wouldn't have provided me with that data. There's also much more to see down here still. This really does feel like a very witness-coded secret elevator and tunnel. Door. Foreman's copy did not remove from sight. Did I miss something? I thought there was a different note along here last time, which I might have just run past. Maybe not. So this dead ends right here. There's more stuff visible down there, but I can't get to it. Foreman's copy did not remove from sight Realm and Bleu, Sigils of the Past and Present, by Professor R. Willard. First era... various signs. Sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and culture and predate both written text and Elderic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we're referring to the realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of those fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography and the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. To understand a round sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. The core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. One symbol per realm. I think I know what most of these are now, having read the History of Orinda book. About the place, the rays, ship routes, wavy, rainy, stormy, snow, windy. Martial fog. Moats. Okay, well I have these on my recording to refer back to. Don't feel like screenshotting each and every single page. Anything around the outside? Not really. Okay. Oh yeah. Here's the thing that I walked past. Foreman's log 3, date 7th of 2nd, 1915. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss and dirt, we uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration, thus far, has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. I believe the room with the north lever in it down underground had a big large symbol on it that I can now maybe at least partially decode. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, back to the old regular house exploration. Drawing room right off the bat is very nice. Billiard room right off the bat is cool. And I'll take a mail room. Why not? Nine. Was that division? Is this a 1 or a 9? It's not a 1. It's multiplication. 6, 5, 15, 3. Six, 5, 3. Oh yeah, what am I doing? Obviously. Silver key. Maybe the drawing room here wasn't quite so good because our leftmost room has already been decided for us. I don't really like any of those. Not enamored by any of these either, but I gotta take something. And the morning room is the best option. Yeah, it's fine. So fine. Spare bedroom. Most cool. Leo Terrace morning room. Morning room. Ding ding. Dark room is perfectly fine here. Also, I never went to the West Wing and got my outside room. Well, I know what room that is. Unlock or bypass the security door. Gain a thing. Sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be bypassing or unlocking too many security doors, since, well, I'm not unlocking them. The only place I know where to get a card from is the billiard room, and it didn't have one this time around. So, not happening. I suppose I'm just gonna ignore the outside room. We can go perfectly fine with that one, surely. Going through the motions, gems are in the blue box. The statement is of no help at all. That's true. Well, is it? Gems are in the blue box, the gems are in this box. I mean... Right, so... Yeah, okay, it's definitely you. At apron. You are... My pen is running out of ink. Arena. Walk-in closet sounds good. Sounds good indeed. A key and a gem. Ooh. The Machinarium. Well... This room is rather devoid of things. But, hey. What's the exits that I need? Dining room. Library? Yeah. Library. Okay. Drafting Strategy, Volume 4. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we'll dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that can enhance your favourite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. As we navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you're a seasoned professional seeking to refine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide valuable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. Stopwatch. Bypass any gem costs you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. Removes the gem cost for special floor plans altogether. The emerald bracelet from the showroom. Why remove gem costs when you can remove the whole room? Repellent spray frees you of an annoying floor plan from up to a week. Every dice, compass, silver key, gear wrench, just the rarity of floor plans in the draft pool. Only works on mechanical rooms. Yeah, we have seen that once. Ornate compass, rotate floor plans as you draft them. Nice. Ooh. Common contraption components. Upgrade disc, yeah, we know how that works. 16 total discs. Cora yard. Hall pass. I know about the key cards. Find a faucet with flowing water for the watering can. Okay, secret garden key can be used on any locked door leading to one of the room positions on the outer edges. Okay, so it's not a specific door that I have to find for that key. Ruby socketed candlesticks we want to ignite. Cool. And some decent information in it. Guess I'll take a showroom. I don't, I'm gonna be able to afford anything right now. Silver spoon. Gain steps speed and gain twice as many. When drafting, you may rewind time after drafting new floor plans. Opens all normal doors. And don't have to pay gem costs. Corridor is fine. Vault would give me 60. Let's do it. Tink, tink, tink. Gives me more than 60. Right, because I had the coin purse on me. Take an emerald blur bracelet. I need more keys, really, though. Silver key. The room is fine. I don't need the upper entrance anyway. Can't do anything with that. I need the keys. I need the keys. I need the keys from this room. Give me 3 keys. Oh, that does block me off anyhow. Well, I'm not getting to the east door. I guess an observatory is fine. +1 star. Doors are always locked. Clock tower. How many rooms do I even... I have a couple. I have a couple. I have a couple. I'll take that. That will give me some keys tomorrow. Thing I want up here. Seeing that symbol over and over again, which is one of the 3 sub-nations. One of the countries. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I do have a showroom. Yet more steps. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Gems aplenty. I need to start making a list of what can combine into what. Nothing with you. Nothing with you. Well, I don't think I can do much of anything right now. Lucky purse. That's something. New page for workshop stuff. Rabbit's foot plus purse. Doubles your money that you find. I know that we had... I don't remember exactly what it was. Well, we can look back at it, I'm sure. Or just note down more things as and when we find them. Sizable manor. Most sizable. What was our new room, even? Alright, the Mechanarium. Most certainly a room of all time. K33. Now that I know what the secret garden key actually does, I want a coat room now. What do we got here? Tool shed. Ooh, a battery. Ooh. Battery and a lockpick. That's some good items to start with. Okie dokie. Straight ahead, we have breakfast nook. Left, we have hallway. And right, we have pantry, I guess. Orange. Observatory is good. That's less good. Dead end rooms are more common. 2 chests in the entrance hall. I think I will open both of those. It's already profitable. Yep, worth it. Get out of my draft pool. There's a faucet in this room, at least. For the watering can. We don't currently have it, but it's there. That's a thing. Most assuredly a thing. Not much option. So not much option. Hey. Nice, nice. It's a bit of a walk back, but whatever. I have plenty of steps right now. Okay. Still don't know how to get into that safe. Let me check something right quick. calendar. There's a few Thursdays on here. Pulled off by Thursday. Let's try some Thursdays. So we are month 11. Nope. No. No. None of those Thursdays. No luck. No such luck. Clickable. Closet it is. How many keys do we need? You know, this is pretty good. In case we find a great haul, we're onto a winner. Use a silver key here. Kinda in the middle of things. Being kinda in the middle of things is a good place to use a silver key. The mail room. Sleeping mask, magnifying glass, and more keys. Sleeping mask is nice. There's the coat check. Yeah. Ding. Retrieve. Key. Save. A battery pack, maybe? Nope. Regular key. Many, many, many steps. Many, many, many steps. Many, many, many things. Those are all bad. Yeah. So now, can I use this here? No. I don't really have much choice. It's got to be an archive room. I mean... Secret garden. Broken lever. So somewhere in here... Ooh. Ooh. How do I change what thing to rotate? Okay, there's another one here. Is there a third one? I think I know what this is, but I didn't take a note of it, so I'm gonna have to find it in my footage. Hold on. Right, I found it. It's the bit of paper at the top of the clock tower. And it goes southward, westerly, eastward. South, west, east. Rogue like the moon of the north. Westward I see a crow. Southwest, northeast. There's only 3 directions though. Moon of the north. Is there anything about swan? Southward I see a swan, ashen like the sands of the shore. Yeah, and the swan is pointing south. Carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. So, west, north, east, I think. Yeah, and the top arrow is already pointing west. So it's just northeast. No? I could also just brute force this, probably. There's only so many positions. or it could just be point literally everything west. I don't know why that's the answer, but that's the answer. Okay. Can we make it to that door? Security room is good here. Perfect. Not perfect. Imperfect. Now it's perfect. Sure, but that's not ideal, so... Really? Still are, really. But that's not terrible. It's not game over yet. This is a pretty bad sign. And we're stuck. Oh well, at least we know how the secret garden works now. That's nice. But yeah, we are, in fact, most stuck. West-facing Villa of the Dead. 11 dead-end rooms. Yeah, I think it's the observatory that ruined this run. Unfortunate. Day 34. Simply try it again. And we have 90 steps, courtesy of the sauna. Okay, let's go with 10. When you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. It's not the terrible list. But that also requires me deliberately drafting a bunch of red rooms. Well, maybe not even deliberately. One way or the other, drafting a bunch of red rooms. Starting keys this time. This is an E. I'll write down anyway. Even though I do not need it. Information I do not require. Take it anyway. It's just what we do. One of the other boxes is true. The gems are in the other box with a true statement. This is the only true box. Well. I think that kinda has to be true. Which means that has to be false. Which means that this, yeah, this and this are true. And they're in here. Drawing room? Mail room. Or storeroom. Storeroom. Mailroom is helpful to me later. A storeroom is helpful to me now. Bedroom. This is a very generic blue room house so far. We have no coloured rooms at all. 9. 20. 2. No key card. Sad face. There's one rank with a red room. Sure. Good place for a passageway. This way is locked. Mailroom here is fine. It's a shame. Cloister. Blech. Do. Take a greenhouse. Ah. Okay, I don't have to combine the broken lever with anything. It's just fine on its own. Okay, that's a nice accessible way to get in there as well then. No flowers. Yeah, this was one of the spots with an X on it, so that totally makes sense. Not that I know why I want flowers in this room. But, well, hey. Keys, keys, keys. No car keys right now. I have no card. So it's this way or bust. The sheer lack of gems I'll be left with. Not sure. Yeah, what do we reckon is the way into the middle of here then? Unknown. Courtyard? You have a sledgehammer on me. I do not like having no gems, but that's helpful. Banang. One banana. Yeah, I don't think there's any way out to that side. There's just you there. In a place. That's not good. So there is no box here. There is only metal detector. Bleh. Well, I do like finding 2 gems. That's nice. I don't like finding a bunch of dead ends. That's the Great Hall. We'll see, we'll see. Lost and found for the first time. It's a new room. I've lost my sledgehammer. I have a hall pass. You'll not lose steps when travelling between 2 adjoining hallways. Hallways drafted from an adjoining hallway do not cost gem. And an upgrade disc. Oh, and one of these. Chess pieces. Lost and found. The ink in this pen. New pen required. I give up writing black. Just write B. I know what that means. Oh no. I know what the broken piece of pottery at the top of the clock tower is. I'm screenshotting this. Okay. Okay, this is rotation. Easy. Easy every time. room totally worth it, it turns out. No luck. Luck. I mean, it's a hallway from a hallway. And it'll be another hallway from a hallway. Still needs keys, mind you. Hallway doors are always unlocked. What is this thing pinging about? Boiler room. Alright. I need a left-facing room. You will do. Yoink. 54 steps should be more than enough. Just in case. No. But hey, it's extra steps. Right. Time for a walk. It's down, down. This way, that way. Down again. We want the foundation entrance, I think. If I recall correctly, which I might not. Oh, is this just always unlocked now? I figured I would have to unlock it again. Perhaps that is not so. Perhaps these are just open now. That would have been good to know a little earlier. Not on the map. I'm off the map. The map has got nothing on me. Okay, no, this is just a thing. Though it does have a bunch of various shapes on it for all of the different places. here we are.
There was once a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. But one day the prince saw something new. And if you look closely, you might see it too. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. The color blue.
And so it is done.